definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews, community, game tips, competition, and so much more, including everyone's favorite segment in 2K TV, Top Plays.
That's right, Top Plays. Your best plays are coming to NBA 2K21. And in fact, when you're playing the demo, make sure to submit your best plays over social media using hashtag 2KTVWow, and we can see your best stuff in Season 7.
Enjoy the demo, and we will see you then.
Phoenix, Arizona, the destination for the Lakers. The intimidation factor looms large. Anthony Davis is locked in and focused on winning, trying to lead his team as they anticipate the action at Talking Stick Resort Arena. Lakers, Suns, and back in a moment for the tip-off.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
And coming up for you shortly, it is the Los Angeles Lakers in action against the Suns out in Phoenix. Well, for the Suns, they can only boast a better record than two other teams in the Western Conference. 13th place is not the spot to be, but it's been that kind of season for them. And in that deep draft of 2017, Kyle Kuzma went late in the first round. Kenny, if there were a redraft, would he be a lottery pick?
A redraft knowing what he's done for the Lakers? Not just like not knowing.
Yeah.
Oh, knowing what he's done for the Lakers? Oh, he's a lottery pick. He's the first ever rookie to get 1,000 points, 400 rebounds, and 133.
Yeah, but he's there because he's working hard and he wants to be a complete player. Now with LeBron there, be a mentor, just going to take his game to a new level. I think he's a superstar already.
Well, that tip-off is coming up shortly. Time to send it to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Good evening and welcome to tonight's presentation of Noche la NBA, an annual tradition in the NBA, celebrating diversity and culture, and always a pleasure to bring it to you. Joined in the booth with Greg Anthony and Brent Berry, this is Kevin Harlan, our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. DA, it's all yours.
Well, it took 5 long months. Anthony Davis's trade request was finally granted. And now he has a new start in Los Angeles alongside LeBron James. And the Lakers now boast 2 top 10 players. Kevin, this is a team with legitimate championship aspirations.
And DA, that's the standard for the Lakers organization. Thanks for that report. And a chance to take a look at some numbers for Sharch.
And the biggest takeaway when you look at his numbers is how good his three-point shooting has been the past 5 games. He's finding the open spots on the perimeter, and when he's getting good looks, boy, he is not missing.
And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Caldwell Pope out there with Anthony Davis. And it's McGee in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Suns, Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. Johnson is out there with Ayton. And it's Bridges in at the small forward. And in tonight's game, pride definitely brought at stake when you were with the Spurs. Or any of the teams, talk about some of the epic conference rivalries.
Well, I always go back to playing against the Phoenix Suns in the 7 seconds or less Steve Nash-led teams, along with Amari Stoudemire. And Mike D'Antoni was introducing to the game back in 2005, 2006, which, by the way, Kevin, everybody's doing now.
Right, yeah.
But tremendous talent on the court at that time, tremendous disparity in style of play, and watching Steve Nash during MVP years trying to conduct his team against the vaunted Spurs. Fantastic, incredibly competitive match.
And a lot of speed. I mean, it was eye-opening to watch.
And it was the Spurs trying to catch up. So how are we going to do the rock'em sock'em game against the 7 seconds or less? Kind of took care of it.
And so the Los Angeles Lakers get the first points of the ballgame. Johnson outside. Pass to Booker. 5 to shoot. a teardrop. Here's Ayton, and there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for two. And the Lakers get called for the foul.
Intensity from Ayton, consistently finding different ways to get at the defense and make them overcommit.
Last season, the Suns made DeAndre Ayton the #1 overall pick in the draft. They had no hesitation, Greg, in making that call.
And when a player like Ayton, who was in the Rookie of the Year combo from the get-go, is available, you have to take him. Not only is the upside sky high for Ayton, but he was an impact player from day one for the Suns.
The free throw drops for Ayton.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player as solid as Ayton is doesn't come around very often.
Ayton hits them both. And those physical attributes of Ayton are so imposing. Greg, who does he remind you of?
I mean, for current players, you see a bit of Embiid and how they both move so fluidly for 7-footers. From the past, you see a bit of David Robinson in his game.
And when AD takes off from the ground for alley-oops like this one, it really demoralizes the opponent.
Johnson outside. Kicks to Rubio. Ayton trying to break free. And Rubio gets it to go on the assist by Johnson.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Just really smart basketball and exploiting whatever holes that he's seeing right now in the defensive squad.
Now here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Back to LeBron. Shoots over Rubio. LeBron, no good. The Suns have gone 1 of 3 for the field to start this one so far. To the middle. It's stolen by Davis. Over in the corner, Caldwell Pope. Good, and the assist goes to James.
And the three-pointer, a big part of KCP's game. About half his shots come from out there.
Bounce pass, Rubio. Inside, here's Booker. And he comes up with the deuce.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Yeah, no stopping him on that play. Sometimes even the taller defenders are helpless to stop him.
Here's Green. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. McGee finds James. Shot clock at 6. He trains it as the shot clock ticks down.
Man, right off the bat, super sharp here offensively. 4 of 5 so far.
Here's Bridges. His last outing, he had 8 points. Booker in the corner. For the 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee.
Things are going south right now. This is not the type of shooting that his teammates expect from him.
LeBron passes to Green. Drops in the layup for 2.
Don't see it very much, but Green creating some space for himself to finish that one off.
Suns trail by 5. Oh, Ayton in position. And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by McGee. And a perfect time here to look at all the teams that score the most points off turnovers. Here are the real stats, real scores from the real NBA. In third, the Lakers. Fourth, the Suns.
And these two squads really know how to capitalize on mistakes. When they get going in transition, look out.
Now, here's Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Portland.
Let's just not forget about the work on the glass, Kevin. His effort level was a 10 that night out of 10.
And some people have talked about KCP, how he's an all-defensive team candidate, getting a taste of it right there.
LeBron outside. And it's Davis at the elbow. And it's blocked. LeBron against Rubio. And the rejection Deflection by James.
LeBron using his length that time perfectly. When he's in the area, you can't throw up anything lazy.
Rubio, the pass to Ayton. He dishes it to Booker. Over Green. A nice shot by Booker.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
James looking it over. Left side, Davis.
And guys, at this point in his career, Anthony Davis just entering his prime. Crazy to think when you look at what he's already accomplished thus far.
Lakers shooting their first free throws of the night right here.
Not really where you'd like to be as a team in terms of free throw shooting, just about 73%.
Throw good, Davis.
The impressive thing about Anthony Davis is just how much ground he can cover during the game. Has come into this league as one of the best running big men in transition. Still a huge weapon for him.
And that's good as he hits both of his shots.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Davis against Johnson. Here's Ayton. McGee with the block. Green against Rubio. And the dunk by James.
You got to try to keep LeBron away from the post as much as possible. That time, too deep, turns around, and gets the dunk.
Now here's Johnson. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Bridges. Now here's Rubio. Takes a three, and Davis sends it back.
Phenomenal defense by Anthony Davis to spike that shot back. He'd make a heck of a volleyball player.
A three-pointer is right on target. And it's 6 points for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And the trade for Anthony Davis will rest for the Lakers, but they feel, Greg, that both sides will find an extension this offseason.
There is mutual interest from both sides. Lakers made the trade confident Davis would resign. A bit of a leap of faith, but the Lakers did everything they could to secure Davis long term.
Suns trail by 10. Now Rubio. He's been a reliable scorer for him as he's averaging up over 13 points a game. Ayton finds Booker. Drills it from outside. Booker's got his third basket of the night right there.
That's a good find from Ayton, understanding the defensive scheme, and he just waited for his teammate to be open.
The drive by LeBron.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
Yeah, they're going for the throat. Rubio against LeBron. Ayton.
Does it feel good as a big man like Ayton to throw it down? You bet it does.
And so Green will bring it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. 7-point differential. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played.
And the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
Well, the thing he did most was fluster the defense. I really liked how he showed no fear and constantly attacked the lane and drew contact, which in turn got him the free throws.
They get it back.
for him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Ayton at the elbow. No good on that one. Excellent D that time there from McGee. Caldwell Pope on the wing. Defended by Bridges. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Caldwell Pope. 9 points for LeBron.
This looks like he's got more feel tonight, like he's really got a good grip on that ball as he's letting it go.
Davis against Johnson. Back to Rubio. Fades. Doesn't get it to drop for him. And it's the Lakers the other way. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And it was pretty much a cakewalk for them the last time these two squared off and had a clear advantage on the backboard.
We'll see if the other team will address that problem in this game, because last game, man, they just got smoked on the boards.
And here are the Suns now. After the basket by the Lakers, here's Johnson. A beautiful reversal.
Not at all a bad passer for a center. Ayton with the feed.
James, the bounce pass. Green finds James. And it's good for 2. LeBron's got 13.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Ayton dishes to Johnson. Over Davis. The Lakers with the rebound.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
James kicks to Green. Six to shoot. To the inside. And Davis puts it in. 8 points for him. Suns trail by 14. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Back to Rubio. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. And stolen by James. For the finish. And finished off by LeBron.
Well, LeBron makes a million decisions a moment out there on the floor. That time, another good one.
Booker the pass to Bridges. Ayton in the high post. McGee's there. 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. Plays it up and in on the nice reverse.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
Outside, Green. Pass to McGee. And Davis wide open. He shoots. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. Rubio outside. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Gotta hold firm or you're gonna get a call.
Sharge checked in for Johnson. The Lakers also making some changes. Dwight Howard's checked in for JaVale McGee. And Kyle Kuzma's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Stolen by Rubio. Oh, here we go. Rubio's got it in the fast break chance. Feeds it to Sharge. Plays it up and banks it in.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
LeBron outside. 34 seconds left here in the opening quarter. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. Some solid defense from Sharge.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be, because he is so strong in the paint.
And here's Booker. He's got 7. From deep three-point range, and so it's Los Angeles. enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. Their transition game has been in full effect. We'll get right back to the action when we return. Well, you see a lot of players who pick up a controller and fire up NBA 2K, thank goodness, including the king himself, LeBron James.
I play 2K all the time. Seriously, when I'm playing the game, I'm putting certain lineups on the court that I see could actually help us in real life, which is very weird.
Always experimenting, always keeping his mind engaged, Greg, with basketball.
And that's who Bron is. He lives, breathes, and eats basketball.
Welcome back, everyone. It's Noche Latina in the NBA as we resume action. And for the Lakers, this has been the game they wanted to have.
On the attack, right from the tip, they've been relentless offensively.
Well, just taking it right at the opposition and the other team right now. No answers and no way to slow them down.
Bridges and Sharch make up the forwards. Rubio and Booker, they're the backcourt. And it's Baines in at this center position. That's who's out there for Phoenix. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Phoenix, trailing by 10. Their next game is at the American Airlines Center in Dallas for a game with the Mavericks. That will be a getaway game for them, a one-game road trip.
Booker doing a great job of taking advantage right now of the defense.
LA's on 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight.
And Devin Booker, where would the Suns' offense be without him?
Probably bottom of the league if no Devin Booker slides on that Suns jersey. One of the purest shooters in the league and one of the most phenomenal young scorers that's come along maybe since Kevin Durant.
Here's Rubio following the basket by LeBron James. And it's Rubio penetrating. Here's Booker. That's good. It's Rubio with the assist. And that's 11 points for Devin Booker.
Yeah, they've raised their shooting percentage in this quarter, and they're starting to get on track.
LeBron against Rubio. The pass to Davis. Down it goes. That's 4 made from the field. He's 4 of 8.
Even though Davis gets bodied just a little bit, he still knocks down the shot right in the defense's face.
James against Rubio. Pass to Booker. And there's the call on Howard. That's his first foul. And so here's Phoenix. It's a 10-point game. Passes to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. Bridges passes to Sharch.
Like the way LeBron uses his body sometimes on the defensive end. Is not afraid to get a little bit physical, especially after all that bumping he takes on the offensive end.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rubio looking it over. And Davis sends it back. In the corner, it's James. No one near him. Rubio with the rebound.
I saw a green light there, Kevin. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Lakers leading by 12. Down low, James. And the dunk by James.
LeBron staying on the attack here. He knows when he can take over the game. It's whenever he wants to.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
And Sharch kicks to Bridges. Back to Sharch. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Booker outside. Oh, good with the triple.
Yeah, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense than trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice layup by Howard. Howard's got his first 2 points of the night.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Booker dishes to Bridges. Pass to Baines. The feed to Rubio. And there's the call on Howard. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
James against Rubio. That ball is in the basket. Now he's shot 6 and made 3 of them.
And that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Suns trail by 14. Booker left side. And it's sent back by Howard.
Well, Dwight Howard still makes you think about your shot attempts, easily leaping up to throw that one away.
Waiters for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
Well, let's hope there isn't any carryover from that letdown in this one.
Rubio, the pass to Saric. To the wing right side. And Baines kicks to Booker. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
And here are the Lakers. They're on a 12-4 run. Brent, at this point, perennial contenders sometimes coast to the final games of the regular season. Any danger that they can't hit that right button or flip the switch and get back into gear?
When you hear analysts say that the playoffs are all about matchups, they are exactly right. You and I talked about this, Kevin, several years ago about the time. Going into the playoffs, teams don't have to be hot. You don't have to be 10-2 in the last 12 games for your playoffs, because all of a sudden, if you're matched up against a team that's owned you all year long, your chances of winning that series are very, very slim. So it becomes just let's get in and let's find out who you're playing, and then we'll get to work.
And it's Davis missing. And here's Saric. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. They trail by 16. Baines, and he jams it with authority.
Just to make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Now here is Davis. 26 points for him last game against Houston. Takes the 13-footer. That shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Booker outside. It's sent back by Howard. Bridges with the board.
Well, you could tell right there he just wanted to go for the jam, but the defense too good and distracting.
Dishes at the Baines. Saric up top, guarded by Kuzma. The 3, Bridges, and Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Bob up there for Howard, and Howard with the stuff.
I swear Dwight Howard plays with a watch on. His timing is tremendous on those alley-oops.
Rubio outside. Clock at 6. And there's the pass to Bridges. Here's Saric. And the Suns miss again. Lakers leading by 16. Davis, the pass to James. Over Rubio. James with the bucket. LeBron's got 8 here in the quarter.
Well, a little bit of separation there. That's the challenge. You want LeBron to make it from the mid-range. Guess what? He can do that too.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 8. From past the arc. Rebounded by the Lakers.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Coaching staff probably most proud of the effort of this team on both ends of the floor here tonight.
And the Suns call time.
And positionless basketball, all the rage, and Kyle Kuzma really fits that mold. Is he a 3? Is he a 4? I don't know, but he gets buckets.
Frank Kaminsky, he's checked in for Phoenix. Carter comes in for Ricky Rubio. Smith checked in for the Lakers. Kaminsky dishes to Šarić. The stupendous finish in traffic. Šarić has got his second bucket of the game to go. And very light-footed is Kuzma. Moves well for his size.
You know, kind of a tweener in terms of build, but he has the ability to light up that scoreboard, something every team can use.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And even if you took away his points, he was still an offensive force because of his passing. His assist numbers were tremendous.
And here's Carter after J.R. Smith getting his 3 to go. Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Dwight Howard pulls it in. Howard's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
They're still trying to calibrate right now because he had 1 3 in the first quarter, but nothing since.
As hot as he's getting, they have to plan on bringing the double team every time he touches it.
And the bright lights of L.A., perhaps too much for some players. But you know what, Greg? Not for LeBron James.
This guy thrives in the spotlight. The Lakers crafting a roster to satisfy his championship ambitions. Off the court, the City of Angels perfect for maximizing his business aspirations.
Free throw good, LeBron. And the GOAT conversation. LeBron has said his motivation is to surpass Michael Jordan as the greatest of all time. Greg, what do you think he needs to do to bolster his case?
I think for the naysayers, the obvious answer is more rings. You look at the other numbers, including those 8 consecutive finals appearances, LeBron is in the discussion.
The Suns have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first. I often hear about players talk about their favorite spot to fire from on the floor. How much of an effect does that really have, the favorite shooting spot?
Most of the time, Kevin, what you're talking about is star guys, because they're the ones who ultimately in any given possession, the coach is trying to find that guy in that spot to do something. What happens throughout the course of a year is when that player has the ball there, everybody else knows what to do.
Right.
Like the player knows what he's going to do, right, Kevin? Because he's the star player. But everybody around gets comfortable with the options and where it is that he goes. If he goes right, if I slide right, I'm going to get the 3. If he goes left, he's spinning back. I might move towards the top of the key. So the familiarity of not just the player, but the players around the player, that's where you can make it happen.
That's interesting. And here's Šarić. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Here's Booker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Every shot in his arsenal, Devin Booker, is pretty impressive. He can shoot it from deep. He moves well without the basketball. He can create with others. He is a young offensive force and is an interesting player to watch in terms of what develops next.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good, Booker. And Brent, with Booker, the ball handling and creativity he has puts him among the elite guards in the league.
Yeah, you wonder if Phoenix can find a way to get some more talent around Devin Booker. What happens when all of the attention is not on him? He's already proven he's a great scorer. Where else can he go?
Both good from the line that time.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
James against Carter. Left side, Davis over Saric, and Davis with the basket on the assist by Morris. 14 points for Davis.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Offensive rebound, and the basket by Kaminsky. Kaminsky's got his first bucket of the night.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
LeBron against Carter. Pass to Davis. Over Saric, and Davis puts it in. Davis has got 16 points.
And a lot of teams avoid the mid-range jumper, but they seem to be using it well.
Kaminsky with the ball. Right now he's averaging 11 points a game. Back to Carter. He feeds it to Saric. It's stolen by Davis. On the wing, James. Back to Davis. Over Carter. That doesn't go either for Davis.
Well, with his touch from mid-range, Kevin, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence. Well, his poor shooting is a big reason that they're staring at this deficit right now. He needs to get on track if they're going to find a way to win.
This guy is a high flyer. I mean, especially for a power forward, and he needs to be as an undersized player.
Here's Booker. 13 points in the game. Three-pointer. So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Lakers on top, running away with this one. 2K Sports, back to Phoenix after this.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. That was a combination of everybody and everyone. Everyone. Did you catch that? Yeah. LeBron James had it going on in the first quarter. He ended up with 28 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 block. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
What's clear so far is LeBron's combination of power and athleticism is still largely unmatched. Whether he's operating with the back to the basket, driving, in transition, his physical superiority usually wins out.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Their field goal percentage reminds me of Kenny's breath. Brutal. Not reading the defense, not getting enough quality looks. They need to make major changes because the system they ran in the first half was not working.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. What can you say? LeBron James, what an impressive effort today.
You know, I don't think he'll top the assist charts this year, but early on he's done a great job of keeping the ball hopping around.
Now, you can get into a passing rhythm, and so far all of his have been on point.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. So the Lakers 5 right now. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Anthony Davis is out there with Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, and it's McGee in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And here's Rubio, following the three-pointer by Anthony Davis. Booker the pass to Ayton. Back to Booker. Looking to get it going. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, one of the things that teams are more aware of in the age of analytics is the importance of sleep. And those teams are making adjustments. Morning shoot-arounds have been moved in some cases to the afternoon or eliminated altogether. There are many fewer teams that are taking red-eye flights across country. And some teams even give players orange-tinted glasses to encourage them to sleep. There's a lot of work to be done in this field, but the direction is clear.
Continuing to evolve. All right, David, thank you.
I'm sorry, that's poor defense down low again. It's been a mismatch thus far in the paint.
LeBron against Rubio. Ayton kicks to Booker. Over Green. No good from Booker.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
And LeBron throws it down.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
All night long, in control of the pace, and you don't want to let go of that rope right now.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 8. Will it go? Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on LeBron James.
And, you know, for all the talk about Rubio's passing, I think one thing that gets overlooked is his defense. Both his on the ball and defensive rebounding are very strong for the point guard position.
2 shots. Last on the
First one falls for him. Player development, not just a coach's job, Brent, something you're active in right now. And, you know, there are some players who are playing correctly, who are terrific mentors and teachers on teams.
There's no doubt about it that there are guys. I think about first what Vince Carter has provided to the teams he's been around in the past couple seasons. Zach Randolph, to some degree, was doing that as he moved from Memphis to Sacramento. But there are guys who are still players and that are on the floor contributing and doing big things, like Chris Paul and Mike Conley, that are such huge attributes to an organization when they start to introduce the changeover in their roster or the next phase of their team. You got to give a lot of kudos and appreciate the fact that players who've been that great for that long accept and willingly accept, Kevin, the role of teaching young guys and paying it forward.
And role players that have been like Calderon and Haslam, who have not been stars, but have been important parts of the organization.
Also, tremendous examples of what it means to be a professional day in and day out. If your responsibilities aren't as great as the top 4 or 5 players, there's still things you can do to make your team better on a daily basis. Those are 2 great names, Kevin.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
James finds McGee. Now Davis. Over Johnson. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Suns. And here's Booker from the arc.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter.
Shot clock at 6. Rubio against LeBron. From deep. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. McGee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Caldwell poke. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And always a smooth athlete. KCP doing a better job of drawing contact.
Los Angeles shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, much improved foul shooter. KCP also starting to get to the line at a higher rate.
And Caldwell Pope drops them both. You know, Brent, how candid can players be in their answers in the post post-game interviews about what has happened or what they're feeling at that time? In other words, is there a danger to being too honest as a player?
There could be, Kevin. I mean, anytime you express some of your vulnerabilities, and if it's done at the right time, somebody's going to take advantage of it. What we've seen over the past couple of years is, forget about when it is that the media is asking you questions. Most players are taking it to their social media accounts where they're able to get the message out without being baited by somebody with regards to a question. They can expound on whatever it is that they're feeling at that time, and that helps them to control the messaging a little bit more. And I think that trend is going to continue to grow.
2 shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw, no good.
DeAndre Ayton, born in the Bahamas and came to the United States in high school to become one of the top prospects going into college and then becoming the first overall pick in 2018.
And he's good on the second. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. Rubio against James. Out of bounds. It'll go to the Suns. We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. You look at the Lakers. They've got their eye on the #1 seed as the season moves into the final stretch. Currently first place in the standings, and guys showing no signs of letting up. And, of course, Phoenix. They're much further down in the standings right now.
And, you know, for the Lakers, they must have reached every goal they set for themselves this season. For them to be this high in the standings this late in the season, what an accomplishment.
And now they've got a new set of goals, and those are all about success in the playoffs. That's where men are made. They've got to have their sights very high at this point when it comes to the postseason. And he didn't need to fade back. No one in his face, but he buried it anyway.
Passes it to Davis. To the paint. Here's Green, and Green slams it in.
Oh, you know, Davis, and he knows, is going to draw the attention of multiple defenders, and that time connects with a teammate to get it done.
Johnson outside. He kicks to Bridges. For 3, Booker. And Davis pulls it down.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
James finds Davis. Lakers working the ball around now. Pass to McGee. Just 5 to shoot. That one a tad offline to the right, but drops in for him. McGee's got his first basket of the night. Rubio against LeBron. Rubio in the corner. Booker outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio. Rubio's got 4 assists now tonight. James, the pass to Davis. Back to James. The pass to Davis. From down in the low post, it goes. Davis has got 23.
Now, we've played this record before as AD is getting on a roll here and carrying his team on the offensive end.
Johnson dishes to Bridges. Rubio outside. Kicks it to Bridges. Pass to Ayton. Shoots over McGee. And it's Ayton missing.
Now, shots like that drive coaches batty. I'll be shocked if he attempts that shot again.
Caldwell Pope up top. He's covered by Ayton. It's good. 25 points for Anthony Davis.
Yeah, liking the vision there from Caldwell Pope, looking to get his guys going when they're open. Rubio, the pass to Ayton.
Booker looking around. Great D that time from Green.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
LeBron against Rubio. LeBron kicks to Caldwell Pope. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got assist number 8 here in this one already. Rubio, the pass to Johnson. The dish now to Bridges. Pass to Booker to end the run. It's good from long range. Booker's got 19 points.
Well, he just nailed his second 3 of the half, guys. I'd be very aware of that if I were the defense right now.
And the dunk by James.
And this is how you want to come out of the half. Prolific and efficient.
Well, the thing is, they're controlling the pace right now, and if that was the mantra for them at halftime, they've carried it out.
Here's Bridges, following the bucket by the Lakers. Johnson dishes to Booker. Tipped away. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Davis.
We've got to like seeing Devin Booker be aggressive, especially when he's shooting the ball, easily earning the foul that time.
The Suns have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances. And he knocks down the first one.
Well, Booker still has some upside, one of the best young scorers that we've seen in the NBA in the last decade. He's already an established star, and the sky is the limit for this guy. Now he just wants more wins.
Sharge checked in for Phoenix. And then for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for JaVale McGee. And J.R. Smith's subbed in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Both free throws good from Booker. And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. James, the pass to Kuzma. It's blocked.
Well, Ayton flashing some good movement there and great timing.
Phoenix has gone a less than productive 2 of 6 from three-point land in the second half. James against Rubio. It's no good. He is 4 for 10 in the game.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Always fun to watch Anthony Davis rise up for dunks like that. Awesome anticipation from him.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 10. Sharks looking around. Booker against Green. Just 5 on the clock. Booker in the post. They grab their own miss. Chalk up 2 there. Ayton's got 11 points.
The big man coming with an attacking mindset. That's something for the defense to deal with, and Ayton is dealing.
And they double up James. He dishes it to Davis. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Smith wide open. He fires. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Now that's Smith's go-to shot. Well, come to think of it, any shot is JR's go-to shot.
Booker inside, working on Green. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 10 points here in the second half.
Now it feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Well, Phoenix shooting struggles apparent. 37% from the field. Sharge against Smith. Pass to Booker. Ayton in the high post. Booker outside. That shot no good. Great D that time from Green. Here's Kuzma. Good, and the assist goes to James. James has got assist number 9 now. Wow, what an effort here tonight. Rubio outside. The pass to Booker. 1:14 left to play in the third. And he uses the glass on the layup. Booker's got 25 points in the game.
And Booker, no fear at going to the basket. He's got the size as a 2-guard to do that.
LeBron is doubled. Outside, Davis. Inside. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. On the wing, Booker. Beyond the arc. But they'll get another chance.
There's some defense for you. For someone who's as good at shooting the 3-ball as he is, you need a defender who's equally good at guarding against it.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Rubio, the pass to Saric. Back to Rubio. Here's Ayton. Saric outside. Rubio at the elbow. For 3, Booker. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Kuzma kicks to James. Here's Davis. Banked in off the glass. He's got 31.
Yeah, to look at the frame of AD when he came into the league as opposed to it is now, he's so much more tough and more physical and doesn't mind the contact.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. He was a true standout at the offensive end, both with his scoring and his passing. Back to the action after this word. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The Suns shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. We've got Carter, Aaron Baines out there with Frank Kaminsky. Then there's Saric, and it's Jerome in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns. Carter, no good with the layup. Los Angeles has gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them, and finished off by Davis.
Just a stellar effort from Anthony Davis, sprinting down the floor, one of the fastest bigs in the league, and he gets rewarded.
Here's Jerome, covered by LeBron. Last year, the average salary for a starting point guard, Grant, in the NBA, was the highest among all positions. Why would that be?
Well, with the way the game has changed, Kevin, there's certainly an emphasis on being able to find guys who are initiating offense, scoring the basketball, shooting 3-pointers, and you're seeing a big shift in salaries between point guards and bigs. That's where the biggest disparity is. Centers in the league are getting less and less of an opportunity to have the extended big money contracts because the game has moved to the perimeter, and if you're a big that cannot play on the perimeter, there's not a lot of teams that are willing to invest a significant amount of their cap space into the center position. They want guards and wings who can play out there and do the damage from there.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. They shoot again. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, and they've shown effort and aggression in the paint, really right from the tip. Their rebounding edge right now, massive.
And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Some changes for the Lakers. Howard comes in for Anthony Davis, and it's Waiters in for LeBron. For Phoenix, they've gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Baines passes to Jerome. Here's Saric. Here's Kaminsky. Oh, that was huge!
Incredible. That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, He's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Howard. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And the D's got to be a bit more physical right there, Kevin. Allowing Dwight to get that deep, not a good idea, which is why he constantly finds his way to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That's good from Howard. And bird rights an important element in structuring the salary cap. Can you tell the viewers exactly what that means?
What it means, Kevin, is you have the ability to go into the above the tax to sign your own player, and so it doesn't cost you in terms of tax dollars. So if a player finishes his season, you have bird rights on that player. You can negotiate a number that's not going to impact your bottom line and cut into your salary cap. So very important when teams are maneuvering around and trying to get players on their roster for a season or two, but after that second season or third season over, that the bird rights still remain for them to extend him even further to keep him around the culture.
Waiters find Smith. Pass to Caruso. Howard with it. Baines is there. That shot is off. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Johnson dishes to Kaminsky. Fighters from 14, rebounded by Howard. Howard's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Caruso, the pass to Morris, and he banks in the layup.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference, not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes have gone by. Raiders against Carter. Makes it off the glass.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Smith against Johnson. Passes it to Howard. Out to Smith. From the arc. Knocks down the 3 ball. Smith's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for Los Angeles.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Maybe trying to find a little bit more space and ball movement to get guys open at the three-point line.
Kaminsky, the pass to Carter. Fires the 3. Dwight Howard grabs the board. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Smith dishes to Howard. Here's Caruso. Smith outside. Shot from the wing. Again, Los Angeles.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
And Baines kicks to Johnson. Pass to Kaminsky. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got 3 assists now in this one. Los Angeles has gone 2 for 2 from three-point land to start the fourth quarter. Waiters outside from 15 feet away, and he overshot that one, missing.
Not great numbers, but great effort in this one. Sounds funny, but I think he's been a positive for them.
Here's Jerome. Johnson, a wide open look, off target from three-point range.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself for whiffing a bit on that one.
Raiders against Carter. Now the pass to Smith. Lets the 3 fly. That one doesn't go. And Phoenix the other way now. Here's Jerome. The rebound by the Lakers. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. Waiters leading the charge.
Able to create some space with the bounce, something Waiters can do.
Well, Dion Waiters, the epitome of a player that can shoot you in or out of a game. Very hit or miss night to night.
Yeah, the thing about Dion is he's got a very short memory, Kevin, so he'll continue to fire it up there and try to make an impact in the game offensively. You're either on Waiters Island where it's full of life on nights where he's hitting it, or it's completely deserted and there's no point in going.
Free throw, good. Waiters. You know, Brent, something other major sports do, reseeding during the playoffs. So the highest seeds always will play the lowest seeds. And do you think the NBA should go down that road?
I think the consideration will still be there. I think that conversation is going to happen over the course of the next 2 or 3 years. I don't see it changing in that time, Kevin, but it's healthy to continue the dialogue to the point where maybe we do get there.
Jerome, off target from outside. And it's Smith with the ball. He brings it up for the Los Angeles Lakers. Los Angeles with another miss.
It's not his best night from the field, but looking for other ways and finding them so he can chip in.
Carter against Smith. And it's Carter penetrating. McGee with the block.
Well, his shooting this quarter has to be a huge concern, especially when they're behind like this. Can he find a rhythm?
Here's Caruso. Kicks it to Waiters. The 17-footer. Rebounded by Kaminsky. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. J.R. Smith picks one up.
Clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. For so long, the U.S. has been the country to beat in international basketball play. But there are some big-time challengers around the globe emerging.
Well, Serbia and Spain continue to be competition that the U.S. takes extremely seriously. Now, I'm not saying they don't take everybody that they step on the floor against with tremendous amount of respect. We know from years in the past that Argentina had its golden age with the players around Manu Ginobili and Oberto and Nocioni, but that seemed to be a timing thing for the Argentinian national team. Spain and Serbia will continue to be impressive and continue to push USA basketball in these international tournaments and Olympic play.
And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Suns making a change here. And it's the Suns with the ball. Now Payne. 5 on the clock. That's tipped. Here's Diallo. The Lakers with the rebound. McGee's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Caruso. And the layup is good. Here's Akobo. And how often do players argue calls knowing that they are in the wrong? They know they're going after something that was the correct call.
Let's just say often, Kevin. I mean, you just never, the whistle.
Are they thinking ahead in terms of saying?
I don't think
No,
so. It's emotional. It's just an emotional reaction. I mean, you're out there running around and doing what you do, and you get a whistle. You're going to react to it like, oh, I did something wrong. Why am I in the principal's office right now? I want to get my side out. I know you saw it. Everybody does.
That sounds like you may have done a lot of that.
I tried to avoid that, Kevin.
Did you? Yeah.
Oh yeah. I don't think that's healthy for you and your reputation.
Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range. Now here's Payne. He's guarding closely. And here's what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Lakers. On Sunday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And looking at the Hornets matchup, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
That free throw missing. And the second free throw, good. When it comes to choosing, Brent, the MVP, the Coach of the Year, the Rookie of the Year, all these different great awards, do you like the current voting structure for these big awards right now?
I don't mind the current voting structure. I don't know how you get away from what it is in terms of handing people ballots to figure out who it is that they think have earned those awards throughout the year, Kevin. What I don't like about the structure is that you have media members who are voting on things that have huge financial ramifications for organizations. And when that stuff happens with a player who's going to earn a supermax contract because he made an all-NBA team, what you're going to start doing is restricting smaller market teams from being able to afford the ability to keep their star player with the team. And so that needs to be fixed and fixed immediately.
I do not like the media. Wait a minute.
Wait.
I am the media.
You are the media, Kevin.
Strike that. Let's rewind.
Can we delete that?
Right wing. Now here is McGee. He's guarded by Kaminsky. McGee, the pass to Caruso. 6 on the shot clock. For 3. And it's Cook missing. And so it's Payne with it. He'll bring it up for Phoenix. Here's a Kobo. The Lakers with the rebound. Here is Cook to the inside. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Caruso. Here is Cook. Over Payne. And again, no good by the Lakers. Phoenix has gone 0-3 so far in the fourth quarter from long range.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Lakers.
You know, it's tough to put your finger on the deciding factor in this one, but I'd say that the shooting accuracy made the difference.
Yeah, I think you're on point, Kevin. They got better looks, and that tends to lead to a better field goal percentage.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
It looked like a couple times they might be wearing him down, but not the case. At the offensive end, he was just devastating.
Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it's tough to mount a comeback like this and then fall oh so short. I'm sure that's weighing on them just a little bit.
And it's Cook missing.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg, in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it. Don't let go of the rope in this one, Clark. Hold on tight, buckle in. A lot of pace, a lot of speed between these two teams.
No doubt about it, Kevin. And if you like popcorn, you better be able to eat it with your head up, because this one will be fast and furious.
Well, then you're talking about yourself, because our fans probably don't know this, but you're eating popcorn all the time during these games.
Hey, I love popcorn, and there's nothing like enjoying fresh popcorn in an arena. It doesn't get better than that.
I know. And now the Lakers starting group. LeBron and Green make up the backcourt. Davis is out there with JaVale McGee. And it's Caldwell Pope in at the small forward. Now here's Green. Over Booker. And it's Green missing. Bridges against Caldwell Pope. Rubio outside. Johnson surveying the floor. Back to Rubio. Shot clock at 5. Here's Ayton. McGee with the block. Whoops, there's the 24-second shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. And here's the Lakers. Last time they met was in Los Angeles.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
And you know what? If they run away with this game like they did in that one, I'd expect to see plenty of minutes again for the guys coming off the bench.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
Boy, I tell you what, that's going to be like a pinball machine, the way that scoreboard's going to light up.
Now, here's Ayton. He's been the go-to guy for them when they've needed offense. He's averaging 19 points a game.
And, you know, quite a bit of turnover for the Lakers in recent years, guys, from the front office to the coaching staff. I think it's always important for an organization to have a common voice to speak in stereo and have everybody in proper alignment from the top down to the court.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First free throw is good. And as the Lakers have looked to fill positions, Clark, a real affinity for candidates with the Lakers history.
Yeah, you know, that's exactly right. They view it as a family, but here recently, they've expanded their options and have looked outside of past Laker pedigree in terms of filling some key spots, which is part of what you have to do if you're going to move forward and be successful.
Greg, for the Phoenix Suns, with a franchise-high 9-year playoff drought, there is pressure on this team to find their way out of that long rebuild.
And their moves on draft night, they raised some eyebrows. They've got some young talent, but can new coach Monty Williams turn them into a winner? Long-suffering Suns fans certainly hope so.
Now here's LeBron. 29 points for him last game against Houston.
And then there was his passing. When he wasn't scoring on his own, he was making plays for his teammates, and they just couldn't figure out how to defend it.
And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sidelines.
Well, I got a chance to chat a little bit with Frank Vogel. He talked about the impact of Devin Booker, adding, He's one of the most capable offensive weapons in the league. A shooter, a scorer, and now becoming a great playmaker. He can punish you for sending help. I don't know, Kevin. I still think that's better than watching him put up 60 against you.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Caldwell Pope. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. 3 on the clock. Trying to get open is Davis. Shots good by Green.
Yeah, going hard to the rack, making a statement here early on.
Yeah, that's how he rolls. I mean, intimidate the opponent right now.
Now here's Booker. 29 points for him last game against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring. And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Hard to play better defense than that, guys. I mean, but right there, James simply overpowered it.
Booker outside. Passes it to Bridges. Rubio outside. Fires for 3. Sinks the three-pointer. Rubio's got 5 points so far.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. That's his first foul. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Now McGee. He's still scoreless so far in this one. 6 to shoot. James, the pass to Davis. Another shot, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Ricky Rubio picks one up.
Davis is really the total package, a mobile, sharp-shooting big guy who can score from everywhere.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Two.
And that one falls for Davis. Well, with the playoffs coming up quickly, Clark, strength of schedule can play a big role as it determines where a team is going to be seated come playoff time.
No, I agree with you in terms of even just making the playoffs sometimes, Kevin, based on where teams are and who they're playing. I mean, those matchups against potential playoff teams that are still fighting for seeding, they can sharpen you up and get you ready. Actually, those games can be playoffs before the playoffs in many ways.
And I always admire the coaches, Clark, that walk their players through the different scenarios because they should be aware.
Yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly. You want everything out in front of you. As long as your team is able to handle it, and most of these teams can, I think that's a good point.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Now here's LeBron. He's an offensive force, averaging nearly 26 points a game. Puts it up from 17. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
No good from Booker.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over it.
Floats it up for Davis, and Davis throws it down.
And I'll tell you what, guys, I think that's the best part of James's game, and he's got a lot of good parts, but his vision is otherworldly.
Carter finds Johnson. Booker outside. Pass to Ayton. Now, here's Bridges. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. 5 to shoot. Carter for 3. But they get it back. Goes back up. McGee with the block.
Boy, and the wingspan McGee has covers a lot of ground. Very useful for shot blocking.
Here's Bridges, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. That one on Caldwell Pope.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
For Phoenix, they have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Yeah, in general, they've been very solid. I mean, free throw shooting isn't something they've had to worry about too much this season, guys.
And the first one drops. And so he makes both from the line. LeBron with it. Down low, here's Davis. It's good. Davis has got 6.
And, you know, got to admire the patience inside from Davis. Outstanding at staying under control, taking his time, and burying the quality shot.
Now here's Johnson. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. He kicks it to Bridges. And the Suns miss again. Lakers leading by 3. Ron right side. And they double up James. Here's Davis. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 3rd assist on the night.
That makes it 10 of their last 12 coming from inside the paint.
Now here is Carter. His last outing, he had 8 points. Back to Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. From deep 3-point range, can't hit that one. So the Lakers will take it the other way. Guys, a potent offense right now.
You know what, guys? And they're playing with a certain amount of assuredness in their game. That type of confidence is what leads teams to having success.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Bridges passes to Johnson. Carter outside to the middle. Ayton, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact. A lot of smart guys playing in the NBA right now, Clark. Any that you spot that could be a great future head coach in this game?
There are so many of them, Kevin, when you spend time around guys and watch how they carry themselves on the court. Usually you look at point guards because they're quarterbacks and coaches on the floor in many cases. CP3, I don't know if he has a desire to coach, but he certainly talks and feels the game as a coach. And Mike Conley, I think he too has the type of cerebral approach to the game that can lend itself to coaching.
That's an excellent starting list.
And you see the raw talent Ayton has, an intimidating big man with a high ceiling and a desire to grow.
Sharge checked in for Phoenix. Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. So he comes up empty, missing both. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-5 run. Carter against Kuzma. There's the pass to James. Over Bridges. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. Suns trail by 7. Now the dish to Carter. Pass to Booker. Howard with the steal. And here is LeBron. On the wing, Green. Defended by Booker. To the right side. Here's Kuzma. Kept alive. James with the bucket.
Timeout.
LeBron's got 6.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
Yeah, and you know what, Greg? You like their effort level here in the early going. I mean, they're really making things happen for themselves.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix. And LeBron James, Clark, climbing the all-time scoring list. Last season passing Michael Jordan. This season, Kobe Bryant. Clark, any chance LeBron someday passes another Laker great, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, for the most career points in NBA history?
I think it's simply a matter of his health, because if he stays healthy, then it's not if, but when. By the time his contract runs out, guys, in 2022, he'll be right in that neighborhood of my all-time favorite player, and I think the greatest player to play, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
We're going to break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Take a look at the Lakers. They are the favorite right now to lock up the #1 seed come playoff time. Sitting in first place right now and not looking like they, are going to be slowing down at all. And, of course, Phoenix, right now, quite a ways down below.
And right now for Phoenix, this has been a season I'm sure they'd like to forget. And luckily, they'll be able to do that soon enough.
Maybe they'd like to forget it, but there are lessons to take from it as well. I mean, the mistakes they've made this year can't be repeated if they want to get a taste of the postseason anytime soon.
Trying to get something going, and he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. So for Phoenix, their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. Here's Davis, and it's good from the elbow. Davis has got 10 points.
Guys, this has been an incredible performance this quarter. I mean, he's getting the ball where he likes it and wants it and just going to work.
And the foul called on Danny Green. That's his first foul. Carter outside. And here's Booker from the arc. The shot is good. It's his second bucket in 5 drives.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
And so James will bring it up for the Lakers. 6-point lead. Tough loss coming against the Rockets in the last game they played. Green up on top. Back to James. Some nice passing here by Los Angeles. Here's Kuzma. That's a miss, his second after 2 shots.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Pretty clear. They're dominating that area. They've come out with a lot more energy and effort so far.
And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Lakers.
I'll tell you one thing. They've cashed in on a lot of second chance opportunities here in the first half.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
The first one falls. Like a big part of your game is rebounding. You controlled the glass so well. What's one thing you would tell young viewers if they wanted to improve their rebounding?
I'm a little bit out of the norm here, but the biggest thing to me for rebounding is pursuing the ball. Boxing out is important, but pursuing the ball and good timing are the most important elements of rebounding. And that's what I would have players focus on. Pursue the ball.
Los Angeles leading by 4. Waiters passes to Kuzma. Back to Waiters. Outside, Green. Here's Davis. He gets himself open and drills it. Davis has got 12 points in the game.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Ayton gets to Sharch. And Davis sends it back.
Well, I tell you what, Davis uses his length so well. I mean, a defensive stalwart who holds his ground, and because of his timing and length and athleticism, he's an excellent shot blocker.
My goodness. Save that one. I want to see that again.
Me too. Just absolutely beautiful.
Virtually impossible to top that alley-oop.
Los Angeles has gone 0-3 from three-point land. Nothing yet going outside. On the wing, Green. Covered by Sharch. Howard, that's good. And it's a 10-point Laker lead.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle and at their offensive end.
Phoenix, no good that time either.
No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
Here's Davis. Count that as his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Already, they've piled up 8 second-chance points.
Feasting on those backboards. I love that physicality.
Now, here's Bridges. 8 points his last outing. Here's Carter. Goes up and lays it nice and easy.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
Lakers leading by 10. Bounce pass from Waiters. Davis kicks to Kuzma. Outside, Davis. Just 5 to shoot. Elbow shot is on the way. And it's Ayton with the rebound.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Here's Booker. He's got 5. Potter on the wing. The offensive rebound. Shortage. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. We'll return shortly. LeBron James is the all-time leader in playoff field goals made, and he had this to say about his ability to nail clutch shots.
I always feel like I got it. I always feel like I got it in the clutch, no matter what's going on throughout the course of a game. Even when you're struggling at times and you're not shooting the ball particularly well, I just feel like it's going in.
And you know, Greg, that's the type of confidence you got to have.
The words of a leader. James has proven time and time again that he's dangerous in late game situations.
We welcome you back to Noche Latino. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And taking a look at the Lakers' performance here, what have they been doing or not doing in the game?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you look at the energy, the effort defensively, they put it all out there in that opening quarter.
So on the floor for the Lakers to start this second quarter, they've got Dion Waiters. Davis is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's Howard. And it's Caruso in at the 1 spot. He misses the free throw.
You know what? Still a consistent double-double threat every game is Howard, wanting to prove how valuable he is.
And he can't hit the second. And Clark, when you think back to your playing days in high school, what memories come to mind?
Well, just the fun of being able to have success all 4 years I was at St. Joseph High School in Cleveland, the way the city rallied around us my senior year when we had a chance to play for a state championship. Unfortunately came up short. The teammates and coaches and teachers that I had a chance to enjoy those 4 years with, all really fond, special memories for me.
That one's in there. The Lakers lead cut down to 8 on the bucket from Šarić.
Really like how Šarić uses his size and length to get after the offensive glass. Very good at crashing the ball.
And that one drops for him. 18 points for Anthony Davis.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Now here's Shorich after Dion Waiters' miss. The drive by Rubio, and Davis sends it back. Waiters up top. He's been patient so far, nothing on the scoreboard yet. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul. The Lakers making a switch here. Smith has checked in. And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul. Davis against Saric. Davis, the pass to Smith. Shot clock at 6. Rejected by Booker. No good on the shot. Davis with some nice D. And Caruso's got the ball here for Los Angeles. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Oh, and the lead gets bigger on a ridiculous offensive sequence.
That dunk alone would have been spectacular. Never mind it coming at the end of an alley-oop.
Boy, I tell you what, they've got this team just a step away from being completely asleep.
And here's the break. Smith wide open. He fires. And it's off from three-point range. Bridges kicks to Booker. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Rubio looking around. Fires the three. Count it, and the Laker lead has been cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Booker.
Attacking the defense with the pass there, Kevin. Rubio with great vision and no hesitation on the delivery.
Now here's Davis. Last game, 26 points. A nice shot by Howard.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Up top, Rubio. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Saric outside. Now, here's Rubio. Guarded closely. Does not find the basket. His second miss. He's now 1 for 3. Smith kicks to Caruso. Feeds it to Davis. Shoots from 8, and there's another one for the Lakers.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
Pass to Bridges. Rubio outside. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him.
Yeah, I like the fact that Rubio is looking to put the ball on the deck to get his shot.
This is his third free throw attempt of the game.
And you know, something I remember from their last game was how good he was at the line.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he attacked, got to the line a bunch, and cashed in on his chances. Guys, I like that this is a part of his game that has really been consistent this year.
James checked in for the Lakers. That free throw good from Rubio.
And you know, guys, when you watch Rubio, he's one of the most hyped international prospects ever. The scouts were right about his ability to manage the game, though.
Now here's LeBron. He's got 6. Davis. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 4 assists in the game.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
And the Suns call time. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, their defense was just overrun. Couldn't match the intensity of the opponent, and it cost them.
And you know what, guys? It just seemed like they never really had the kind of energy necessary. They just weren't comfortable on the defensive end.
And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Sharch. Booker looking around. Kicks to Sharch. Smith against Bridges. Rubio with a wide open look. And the three ball is good. Rubio's got 11.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
It's stolen by Sharch. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Pass to Booker. Back to Sharch. Pulls up. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Lakers leading by 11. And Ricky Rubio gets the whistle that time. And that'll be his third foul so far.
Already he's looking at his third foul. I think the coach will probably look to sit him down until the third quarter.
And the Lakers have possession. Davis, the pass to Smith. And foul on the shot. So he'll get a chance at the line.
I love the confidence that JR shoots the ball with, and on occasion now, he can shoot you in or out of games when he falls in love with that three.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
2.
The first free throw is good. And so he's able to get one of two.
And they're really getting more points at the free throw line here in the second quarter.
And Greg, definitely that's one of the reasons they're in front right now.
Here's Jerome. Booker outside. 5 on the clock. From deep. But they recover it. Here's Baines. And no good. Trying to use the glass. And so James will bring it up for Los Angeles. A 12-point game. Baseline jumper. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
You know, for LeBron, I think that mid-range shot is an important one for him to have in his bag. It keeps the defense honest.
Still playing at an MVP level. LeBron James, the greatest player of his generation, and some would argue of all time. We can't take for granted what we've been able to witness. Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Phoenix, no good that time either. And now in his mid-30s, LeBron showing no sign of slowing down.
His dedication to training and really maintaining his body, second to none. Alongside his prodigious athleticism, it seems that's made a huge difference.
Phoenix with the ball. After the basket by the Lakers. Bridges misses. Smith against Bridges. James outside. Back to Smith. Lakers passing it around. Power kicks to Caruso. Good on the triple. Caruso's got 5 points now this quarter.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
And don't leave out the coaching staff here now. I mean, their game plan has been perfect.
Phoenix calls timeout.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Kaminsky is checked in for Phoenix. Morris is checked in for Los Angeles. Green comes in for Alex Caruso. Suns trail by 21. Sharge outside. He kicks to Bridges. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession.
And how about the numbers here for LeBron James? First in assists. And he sits in the top 15 in points per game. An absolute powerhouse offensively.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. LeBron is doubled. Morris outside. LeBron outside. Trying to find Davis. He's got it now. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. And that's 28 points for Anthony Davis.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Here's Jerome. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Clock at 6. To halt the run, Kaminsky misses.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Clark, last season we saw more of the global game series from the NBA. A couple games in Mexico, one in England. It's nice to see.
Yeah, it really is, because I actually 6 years ago had a chance to be with the Pacers in the global games in the Philippines, and then Taipei, Taiwan with the Rockets. Great experience for the players and the organizations. It's an additional level of travel, no doubt, about a week to 10 days where you're in another country, but it's great for the game, and it's great for the fans in those countries.
And one thing you can say about Green, I don't know of too many players who are as dependent on that three-point shot as he is. He needs that shot to be falling for him to make an impact.
Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Smith. So he comes up empty at the line. Phoenix has gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Here's Sharge, and slam dunk by Sharge.
You know, once he's in the paint, Sharge is ready to throw it down.
Lakers leading by 21. James, the pass to Kuzma. Back to James. And the pass to Kuzma. The shot, no good. Now the Suns take it the other way. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And the defense, no factor, which is why he simply laid it in.
Now here's Green. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Morris dishes to LeBron. And LeBron throws it down hard.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
Here's Jerome. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Pass to Bridges. Charged with it and stolen by James. Now the Lakers on the break. The finish, and James throws it down.
You know, it would be fun to tabulate how many of LeBron's career points have come on the break. I would just venture to guess he's had a bunch of them.
Here's Jerome. Passes it to Kaminsky. Booker outside. Over Green. And the Suns tack on 2 more.
You know, the defense has to be better. I mean, you can't give up that look.
And so Green will bring it up for Los Angeles. .106 left to play in the first half. He dishes it to LeBron. Yes, that goes in.
And of the last six baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Johnson, he's checked in for Sharnich.
Shooting one.
Free throw good, LeBron.
You talk about LeBron James, he does it all. Defends, scores, rebounds, passes, high IQ, unselfish, a leader off the court as well as on.
Now here's Booker. 12 points for him. Pass to Jerome. Johnson against Morris. Johnson kicks to Booker. The three-pointer, no good. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter so far. James, the pass to Green, fires from the corner. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got his 7th assist here tonight. Here's Booker, and he's currently averaging more than 26 points a game. Such a force. 17 seconds left in the first half of the game. Six on the shot clock. From deep three-point range, that one's not going to go.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-ups.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check and was maybe a step out of his range.
Anthony Davis firing on all cylinders for Los Angeles. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thank you, Kevin. Here with Contavious Caldwell-Pope. And Contavious, you guys were getting a lot of offensive rebounds in the first half. How important was that?
Oh, man, that is important, man. We got to keep them on the glass. We can't get them second shot. We got our offensive rebound too as well. Get us some second chance at the basket and just keep working hard.
Well, you made it work in the first half, KCP. Thanks a lot. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, and welcome back to the NBA on 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson here. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. If your name is Shaquille O'Neal, raise your hand, please. I guess Shaq's not here today. If your name is Kenny the Jet Smith, raise your hand, please. And I'm Kevin Harlan. It was a big-time first quarter from Anthony Davis. He ended up with 28 points, 4 rebounds, and 2 blocks. And let's get your thoughts, Kenny, on the Lakers.
I'll tell you, Anthony Davis every year has improved his skill level. Much more comfortable from three-point range now, much better ball handler, and better at finding the open man. The complete package.
And over to Shaq. What did you think about Phoenix?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that should do it. With the second half about to begin, let's send you back to Kevin Harlan. Go back to Kevin Harlan. Go. Go over there.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You know, Davis has been exceptional here, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On Phoenix, looking who they've got on the floor. Booker and Bridges are the wings. Andre Ayton out there with Johnson, and it's Carter in at point. Now, here's Bridges, following the miss by Anthony Davis. Davis against Booker. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Booker's got 14 points for the game.
Yeah, it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Johnson, following the basket by LeBron James. Now Bridges launches a three. And out of bounds as the Lakers gain possession. A chance to check out Los Angeles' upcoming schedule. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Mike Conley and the Utah Jazz.
And that matchup against the Hornets, this is one where it would take a complete meltdown for them not to come away with the win. Anything can happen, but I'd be shocked if they don't come out on top.
Bridges against LeBron. Bridges kicks to Johnson. Back to Bridges. Launches it. LeBron with the block.
This is what makes LeBron so special. He does it at both ends. Great tenacity on defense.
And Phoenix making a change here. Rubio's checked in. And it's the Suns with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. A nice shot by Booker. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. LeBron passes to Davis. Over Johnson. Bridges with the board.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
And a foul called on Danny Green. That'll be his second foul of the game. Los Angeles on D. Good ball movement here by the Suns. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Rubio. It's good with the assist that time from Johnson. 14 points for Ricky Rubio.
Not exactly textbook mechanics, but I think you got to admire Rubio's resolve. Knows he has to at least be a threat to shoot it out there.
Now here is Davis. And he has 28 points for the game. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Ayton.
Yeah, this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Bridges against Caldwell Pope. Bridges kicks to Booker. No good from outside. Lakers leading by 21. James left side.
Oh, what a dunk! Well, he's fantastic at playing to his strengths. Doesn't get outside of himself. I mean, when he's scoring at an efficient clip like that, he's hard to stop.
Now here's Booker. He's got 16. Ayton finds Rubio over LeBron. Rubio misses.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
Now here is McGee after the miss from Ricky Rubio. From outside, off the mark. Fires from deep. Anthony Davis grabs the miss. Davis has got rebound number 5 here tonight. Always going up for the alley-oop here. And the slam dunk by McGee.
And this kind of athleticism at the center position, pretty remarkable. I mean, McGee letting it all hang out there.
Johnson at the elbow. Dishes it to Bridges. Looking for Ayton. He gets it in there. Solid shot from the distance of about 14 feet. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Knocks it loose. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by James. And look now at a few years' worth of data. Some of the assist numbers under the microscope for Rubio.
And the improvement he's shown as a passer is really noticeable. He's developed a much better understanding of how to spread the basketball around and how to keep the offense clicking. And he's a much better player because of it.
Now here's Johnson. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. Here's Ayton, and he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
Just great awareness there from Ayton. Understands the game plan and reads the game so well.
And they double up James. Over to the left wing. McGee, the pass to LeBron. Again, the Lakers.
Yeah, that was the third straight high percentage look the defense has allowed. The defenders have got to start putting bodies on bodies.
Now here's Booker. He's got 16. The pass to Bridges. Trying to get open is Johnson. And it's Ayton missing.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
And Caldwell Pope gets the basket.
And we're seeing some great ball movement out of this group, guys.
Here's Rubio. 14 points for him. Johnson outside. For three, Bridges. And James pulls it down. James has got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Caldwell Pope. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 10 assists here tonight. So active. Phoenix has gotten 1 of 6 three-pointers to drop since coming out of the locker room at halftime. And Booker kicks to Bridges. And a miss there on the triple.
It's just been a brutal outing for him. He still hasn't managed to make a shot, and the team is struggling because of it.
Here's James, hits the jumper. LeBron's got 23 points.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Johnson, the pass to Rubio. McGee with the block. James looking around. And it's McGee with the jam.
Hey, whatever adjustments they made at halftime, they are working to perfection.
You know, they came out of the locker room, revved up the gas pedal, and haven't slowed down yet.
Now here's Johnson. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Now here's Bridges. Shot clock at 6. Over Caldwell Pope. Phoenix no good that time either.
They've shown some strength in the paint today. Their work on the boards has been impressive.
Guys, that's putting it mildly. I mean, they've been absolutely dominant.
Kicks it out to LeBron. Back to Caldwell Pope. Pass to Davis. Second chance shot. Phoenix grabs the miss. Bridges has got 4 rebounds in this game. Booker outside. Passes to Rubio. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Johnson dishes to Rubio. And here's Booker from the arc. Great D that time from Green.
But still, eventually you got to feel like he'll start knocking those down again.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, you look at McGee and the career resurgence he's undergone, guys, outstanding. I mean, when he's been in the right situation, he's been very effective.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Shooting 2.
That's good from McGee. Sharch is checked in for Phoenix. And then for Los Angeles, Kyle Kuzma's checked in for Davis. Smith comes in for Caldwell Pope. And it's Waiters in for Green. And so he hits both. And it's Rubio with the ball for Phoenix. They can look forward to the American Airlines Center after this game. They'll match up against Dallas. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Now here's Šarić. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Rubio against LeBron over James. Here's Šarić. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kyle Kuzma picks one up.
Šarić is highly engaged and very good at keeping the defense on their toes and making them commit the foul.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Lakers?
They keep piling up the assists, and they haven't cooled off at all.
They've also been pounding it inside tonight and coming away with a lot of points in the paint. I call those PIPs.
And that one falls from Šarić.
And, you know, really, Šarić's skills are tailor-made for today's NBA. He's a big guy who does a little bit of everything at both ends, and he's a laser from that three-point line.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Howard's checked in. Good on both. Here are the Lakers with the ball. They're on a 16-6 run. Smith outside. Pass to LeBron. Lobbed up there for Howard. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
Great timing and recognition as Howard is able to go up for the alley-oop.
The Suns shooting a low 30% right now. An ugly offensive performance. And Rubio kicks to Booker. The pass to Ayton. Rubio against James. Booker with no one around. The three-pointer off the mark.
It's almost like he's trying to make things hard on himself. You know, he's just got to slow the game down, try to get some easy ones.
Well, that's one man never afraid to punch it. Give LeBron a path to the bucket, and the finish is going to be something in a poster.
Now here's Booker. 16 points for him. Kuzma against Rubio. Kuzma with the defensive effort.
And he's been way off the mark this quarter. It's been ugly.
A go-to scores mentality for Kyle Kuzma, Clark. He's got a wide array of shots at his disposal.
Well, I don't know if there's a more versatile scorer as a young player in the league than Kuzma. He's got the turnaround jumper, the sky hook, step backs, drives it aggressively. Boy, he has got a lot in that book bag of his.
Rubio left side. Pass to Johnson. Out to the right wing. Just 4 to shoot. Trying to break that ice-cold streak.
Excellent timing by Howard. He knows exactly when to jump to deny shot attempts.
And it's Smith missing. And here are the Suns now. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. That's on Dwight Howard.
No, I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
The Suns have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. And that one falls for Johnson. Kaminsky is checked in for 8. He's off on the second. The Lakers shooting in the third quarter has been brilliant, up around 58%. James played in with a nice touch off the glass. LeBron's got 14 points here in the second half.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Now, here's Rubio. He's got 14. The 15-footer misses off the right iron.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk.
Guys, I tell you, there are assists, and then there are delicious dimes. This was the latter.
That pass into the paint, that is a work of art there, dead on target.
Booker against Waiters. Offline.
Such a smart defender. Sharits plays with intensity and passion on this end of the floor.
And so it's LeBron James making things happen for the Los Angeles Lakers. It's been a sensational all-around performance for him. He's got a triple-double now. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first three quarters. And on the court for the Lakers to start the fourth. Smith is out there with Morris. Then there's Howard. Then there's Dion Waiters. And it's Caruso in at point guard. Now here's Johnson. Jerome passes to Carter. Wide open look. And he gets the jumper to drop. And here is Los Angeles now. Caruso looking for an opening. Can't hit from in close.
Boy, he has to put that one away. A solid opportunity gone awry.
Jerome, no good.
And listen, sometimes even the best of us are going to miss the easiest of opportunities.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. For a couple of years now, the NBA has released the last 2 minutes report detailing missed calls in any game. Does it hurt the officials to have that information out there?
I don't think it hurts. It's not always comfortable, but I like the transparency of the move. I really do. I think when we're transparent about the human nature of what we do as broadcasters or referees or players or coaches, I think it makes for a better product. So I'm in favor of that.
And he makes the first. So he gets them both. The Suns shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. That drive by Carter, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
I mean, it's just fun to sit back and enjoy watching him operate. And that's what it looked like the D was doing as well. They're just sitting back and watching.
Now, here's Howard. Passes it to Caruso. Clock at 6. Pass to Waiters. Shoots the 3. Phoenix grabs the miss. Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. They get a hand on it. With some arc. Kicks it out to Johnson from outside the arc. Here's Baines. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
2.
That free throw, no good. Hey, Clark, the NBA moved the presentation of the MVP award to after the conclusion of the finals. Do you like that?
Yes and no. I think you have two separate awards. You could have a playoff MVP or a finals MVP, which we have. And then you have a regular season MVP. The MVP is for the body of work done during the regular season. So I think there should be a clear separation between the two, quite honestly. So, no, I don't like it.
At least you're honest, Clark. Carter down low. He's guarded by Waiters. And Carter with the basket on the assist by Kaminsky.
And no matter what they've tried, the D just has not been able to deny them the ball inside.
Howard dishes to Waiters. Sinks that one from the post.
And, you know, I think this is exactly what you want Howard to do. I mean, when somebody's open, show that you're willing to give the ball up.
For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. Now here's Kaminsky, covered by Morris. Baines inside, working on Howard. From downtown, Jerome, no good. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A second chance effort. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Nice job that time using that strong body of his inside. Once Howard has positioning, I think you got to wrap him up.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He's off on the first. Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year, Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And that one's good, Caruso.
Way ahead of the field. He can do pretty much whatever he wants.
You know, and not leaving anything to chance either. That's why he takes it right to the bucket.
Jerome passes to Kaminsky. Here's Baines. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Knocked loose. Howard with the steal. Here's Waiters. And then Waiters with the jam.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Here's Johnson. After the basket by the Lakers. 6 to shoot. To stop the run. And the Suns miss again. Lakers have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. Caldwell Pope. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams. Although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
Catching up on the changes for Los Angeles, JaVale McGee comes in for Dwight Howard. And Cook sub in for Dion Waiters. And Caldwell Pope drops them both.
Kentavious Caldwell Pope His defensive quickness sets him apart.
And so it's Carter who brings the ball up for Phoenix. The pass to Johnson. Here's Jerome. Phoenix, no good that time either.
You know, you'd like to see a little more effort there defensively, but maybe they wanted him to take that shot, baited him into it.
Caldwell Pope kicks to Caruso. Here is Cook. And it's sent back by Carter. Here's Jerome. We've seen some ugly incidents last few years, Clark, between players and heckling fans. Can anything be done to fix it?
I think security in the arenas is important. Fans oftentimes that go across the line in interacting with players are usually fueled by alcohol. I don't know how you could control that element of it. The incidents are few and far between. We have seen a few more, but I still don't think it's an epidemic. But I think security, and then each team and each franchise should really be educational with its fans about what's acceptable behavior and what won't be tolerated.
That's good from Carter. Here's Caruso. Morris outside. There's the dish to Cook. Pass to Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Here's Caldwell Pope. 11 feet out and he hits it.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Here's Baines. Passes it to Jerome. The Suns need to get a shot off. Shoots. Morris with the rebound. And here's the Lakers. They're on an 11-3 run. Back to Cook. Last season, the NBA announcing the launch of a league in Africa, along with FIBA. Clark, what do you think of that move?
I think it's another example, Kevin, of the globalization of the game and the NBA's intentional, purposeful way of expanding and continuing to grow the game for the sake of the business of basketball, which is a game that obviously you and I love.
And Clark, we see so many foreign players come into the NBA and play well. Not just play, but play well.
Yeah, and not just Africa, although
right.
a number of players from Africa, but a number of different countries have signed on. It could make for a more exciting league.
Jared Dudley's checked in for the Lakers. The free throw drops for Kaminsky.
At 7 feet tall with range, Frank the Tank is a great fit for the way the game is played today.
Caldwell Pope outside. Pass to Caruso. Back to Cook. And there's the pass to McGee. Caldwell Pope against Bridges. That shot by Caldwell Pope, no good. Suns have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. And it's JaVale McGee with the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Pass to Okobo. Bridges with it. Shot clock at 6. A shot by Kaminsky. Nobody around. Hits the three-point bomb.
Good body control that time by Frank Kaminsky. Seems to me that he's got really good balance and rhythm when he's catching and shooting. Now
here is McGee. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed. So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
Tucson.
And the first one at the line is good. Dion Waiters checked in for the Lakers. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Caldwell Pope. He brings it up for Los Angeles. And here is Waiters. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. Clark, a lot of fans ask us what qualifies as a legal screen versus a moving screen. And they feel there's a lot of gray area there. What do you think?
Well, I think there is some gray area because the problem you have, one of the problems is a number of veterans out there have become really masters at getting a little extra into their screen, which borders on illegal and many times is. So the league is doing a pretty good job of clarifying. And if you're moving your lower or upper body to help a teammate with your screen, then that should be called. And most times it is called as illegal. A hip check, a shoulder, any of that to set a screen is illegal.
He dishes it to McGee. Back to Waiters. High, arcing shot. Now Bridges. A floater. Payne finds Diallo. And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up. And the Lakers get called for the foul. And that one misses. And Phoenix making a change here. Baines is checked in. Good on the second free throw. For a while now, you and I were just talking, we've had a rule that a team cannot go without a first-round pick in consecutive years. Could it be time to lift that restriction?
I certainly wouldn't mind discussing lifting the restriction, but I like it as it is on the books because it does lend itself, I think, to competitive balance. And that's important in the strength of a league.
Now, here's Caldwell Pope. The shot's good from McGee.
I like the fact that McGee not just going through the motions here. I mean, setting a good solid screen, timing his roll perfectly. That's basketball 101 there.
Here's Payne. JaVale McGee grabs the miss. McGee's got his 6th rebound on the night. Here is Cook. Kicks it to Dudley. There's the triple. Traps in the tray. Dudley's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Waiters surveying the D.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. It really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls for him. Clark, it feels like we're seeing more and more of this, but bench celebrations and reactions at both college and pro levels.
Yeah, you know what, Kevin? I think it's an outgrowth of the social media platform.
You're right. I agree.
I think there's no question because anything that can be done that's creative and fun is going to find a life on social media and maybe go viral. And guys know that. They're aware. I mean, this generation has grown up with social media, so they understand that they could be seen beyond just the arena if they do something pretty clever.
And you and I are sitting over here watching. We're laughing as much as anybody else, aren't we?
Oh, I'm not denying that it's fun. I love seeing it, actually, but on occasion it does get a little carried away.
Here is Cook. Phoenix able to drain the 3. Waiters outside from 13. The putback. Tries yet again. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. Smith checked in for Caldwell Pope. Both free throws good from McGee. Clark, the two-way contract, a relatively new invention that gives players time in both the G League and the NBA.
I love it, Kevin, because it's another pathway for those aspiring to be NBA players to have a legitimate shot to make their dream come true. The G League is just in terms of overall talent. And so I love the fact that players who desire to be pros can have a pathway to get to the NBA by being part of the G League as well.
And these G League players are having an impact, aren't they? They're making a difference on a lot of teams.
40% of the players in the league have spent some time in the G League, so it speaks to the impact the G League has on the NBA.
Bridges shot, good.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it, just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
In what's been a good season already, tonight's win will take their record to 50 wins, a big milestone here tonight. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for LeBron.
What more can you really ask of a guy? I mean, when you come out and get a triple-double, making contributions all over the place.
Here is Cook. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They sure didn't. I mean, they just rolled to this win. They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away. David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is